When we think about the most important things in life, what comes to mind? Maybe we think of relationships, love perhaps, or maybe we ponder the bare necessities like food and water. And although these few things are indeed some of the most important, there remains a factor that lies at the core of everything we do: sleep. Now, we all know that sleep is of utmost importance to our everyday function. Many of us, however, do not realize the specific problems that sleep deprivation can cause. The purpose of my speech is to promote awareness of these problems and also to suggest what can be done to avoid sleep deprivation. Am I an expert on this topic? Absolutely not. I am someone who has dealt with insomnia, however, which prompted me to become very educated on the topic of sleep. If anything I say sounds inaccurate though, you'll have to forgive me because I'm a little tired. Back when I was in high school, I had a very hard time focusing on my classes. Maybe you guys have had that problem too. My ACT score was proof of that. I got a whopping 19 points. There's one day that I will always remember though, where I felt like the power of my mind was limitless. During that day, the Algebra 2 class I normally struggled with was a cakewalk. My Auto Tech and Mandarin classes too, I felt like a laser, I was so focused. I even beat my high score on the mobile phone game that I would play at lunch. But why did this happen? What caused this level of higher brain function? Well, when I got up that morning, I remember feeling like I had had the best sleep of my life. And hell, that's probably still true to this day. Now, have any of you ever had that kind of event happen where you just, maybe you slept really good and you felt like you do things, you could do things better than you normally could? There's no doubt in my mind that because I had finally gotten proper sleep that night, I could more easily do things that I had previously struggled with. As members of the LGBT community, maybe there are things that you haven't been able to get done because you're simply not getting enough sleep. Whether it be working out problems with your partners or maybe even coming out to your friends and family. Sufficient sleep is imperative either way. If you focus on getting better rest, such things may very well become easier to handle. Research from the Department of Neurology at Columbia University supports this idea. In an article on their website, they list facts about sleep deprivation and its symptoms, which include an inability to concentrate, impaired memory, and reduced physical strength. Many may already be aware of these facts, but the article also states that a chronic lack of sleep can lead to an increased risk of stroke, heart disease, depression, and mental illness. Further research shows that there are many more lesser-known problems that stem from lack of sleep. A greater risk for type 2 diabetes is one example, according to research cited in an article from Healthline. Because the body's release of insulin is affected by sleep, those who do not sleep enough will have higher blood sugar levels and thus an increased risk for the condition. Moreover, the signal sent by the body may be delayed by a lack of sleep. This can cause problems with balance and coordination, which may increase one's likelihood for physical accidents. So how can you avoid sleep deprivation and all the risks that come with it? There are quite a few methods that can be used, one of which is to avoid watching TV and eating in bed. Pretty simple. According to WebMD, associating bed with these things can negatively affect one's ability to fall asleep. Drinking fluids can also affect sleep, so avoid drinking anything after 8 p.m. Now, let me get a show of hands here. How many of you spend a lot of time at Menjo's or Innuendo out in Ferndale or even Soho? Anybody? Okay. Oh, Soho.
Love
okay.
Soho.
All right, Soho. Okay, well, I'm by no means trying to put anybody on the spot or anything like that. I mean, shit, I've been to Menjo's, and I don't blame you guys if you did go there, because that place is fun. But I will say this. Obviously, going to different gay bars and clubs can very easily lead to drinking and things of that nature. And once again, that stuff is great, no doubt. But if I can recommend one thing to you, it's to avoid doing these kinds of things on a regular basis. Every once in a while is fine, but going out late and drinking over and over again is creating a habit that will definitely lead to sleep deprivation. The American Cancer Society lists methods for good sleep on their site as well. A proper sleep pattern is the first item on their list. Going to sleep and getting up at the same time each day is imperative to avoiding sleep deprivation. Naps are also listed, and they should be avoided after 3 p.m. If you do need to take a nap, though, make sure it is no longer than just 20 minutes. Another possible way to avoid sleep deprivation is the use of a weighted blanket. Although research is lacking on the efficacy of such blankets, many people swear that they have seen great improvements in their sleep quality when they use them. And I'm curious, have you guys used anything like that? Or okay, you have.
Yeah, I love weighted blankets.
Okay, right on, right on. You feel like you sleep better with it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. So in sum, guys, sleep deprivation is a serious matter. Not only can it cause problems such as an inability to concentrate and lack of physical strength, but it can also lead to serious health complications such as a greater risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Although the list is long when it comes to these effects of sleep deprivation, there are many things that can be done to avoid it, such as not watching TV or eating in bed, and going to sleep and waking up at the same time each day. Sleep is, without a doubt, one of the most important factors in our everyday lives. So the next time you have the choice between sleep and deprivation, I urge you to consider the effects of the latter. In the words of Masoud Barzani, your future depends on your dreams. So go to sleep. Thank you.